Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing another DC Universe's Classics review of Wave 3 Figure 1 Sinestro. After buying this guy, I now have all of Wave 1, 2, and 3. Still none of Wave 4, but I'm working on it. I'm pretty proud of myself, so expect a Solomon Grundy review sometime soon. Anyways, onto the character. A little information about this guy. He was actually one of the Green Lanterns. Of course, like with most people, the lust of power turned him evil. He decided to take over his homeworld. He was banished to Anti-Universe, and he got his yellow power ring. He decided to also create the Sinestro Corps, which is the opposite to the Green Lantern Corps. He's one of the main bad guys for the Green Lantern. He's actually kind of cool. Of course, he does look like an insatiable prick. And yeah, he does look like a prick. Come on. Anyways, enough about the character. Again, you need him to make Solomon Grundy, so we really don't need that right now. Now, let's get on to accessories. Just like the Green Lantern, he comes with his own lantern battery. His, of course, is slightly different, seeing it's not actually a Green Lantern battery. It does look different, and it is more yellow, but it's not quite fully yellow. It has a tint of green in there. So yeah, put that off to the side. Now, there's two versions of this figure. There's the bad guy evil version, as you see here, which I think is the rarer of the two. Of course, I can be wrong. And then there is the Sinestro Corpse version, which is what I really actually wanted, that has more of a Green Lantern design, only instead of green, it has yellow. So I definitely wanted that version more. However, I'm just satisfied with this. I'm happy I got all Wave 3. Now, I want to just point out one thing. First of all, he has all the articulation of all the DC Universe Classics figures. However, his head has very limited articulation compared to the others. But besides that, he has all the standard uniformed articulation. But there is something I want to get into real quickly. If you can see there, and I don't know if you can, maybe you can see there, look at his legs. It looks like he was riding on a horse too long. Now, it could be because of packaging, and the packaging bent his legs a bit, but if that's the case with all the figures, that's kind of a downside. It kind of looks a little goofy, but I think it might just be my figure and the way the packaging was. So, yes, beware of that. If you see him, just check that out. If you're willing to live with it, then that's cool. But if you're not living with it, then I would say keep looking for a better figure. But that's just one thing I wanted to point out, is the legs are just really awkward. I mean, maybe you can't pick it up on camera, but it does look pretty awkward. With that said, again, the articulation is the same, just the head. We can go right into my thoughts about the figure, whether you should pick it up, the good, the bad, you know, all that fun shit. So, be right back. Okay, here is Sinestro in kind of a nasty pose. Now, when I first bought him, I was a little bit worried that this figure was just going to be, well, plain and kind of disappointing. And I was half right. Now, I'm a little disappointed on the costume. Maybe I'm just a little sore for not getting the other version, which is what I originally wanted. But yes, the costume just doesn't do it for me. The paint just doesn't look that good. Now, if you look at the wristbands here, they look really nice because they have kind of a metallic-like blue on them. Now, if they put the metallic blue in the blue sections on the costume, that would make it look fantastic, but they don't. There is a little metallic blue on the belt area, but it really doesn't stand out because it's washed out by the black and the other blue. Now, this figure does surprise me when it comes down to skin tone. Now, as you know, Sinestro is not human. He doesn't have peachy skin tone. He has more of a, how should I say, have you guys ever had that Orbit pomegranate gum? It kind of looks like that when you chew it all up. It's really kind of a pinkish look. So I like the way they did the skin tone. It looks really nice. They did a little wash over to make it look good. In addition to that, the face mold is absolutely fantastic. They did a very good job with the grin, with the eyes, the eyebrows, the hair. The face, the head sculpt is fantastic. And the hand sculpts are very detailed too. You're probably not going to pick it up on my camera, but they are very nice. So, again, maybe I'm a little sore that I didn't get the other version. This version isn't horrible. It's just there's a few things bad with it. But there are a few things good with it. So let's go over the tale of tape, the good, the bad, and whether or not you should pick them up. Okay, let's start off with bad this time. The bad is that on the suit, the colors just don't work. It would have been better if they used some metallic blue or a different kind of tone or a different kind of paint. It just looks mediocre. In addition to that, my figure has a few quality controls. Maybe you can see that there. There's a little yellow on his boot there, and if I turn him around, there's a little yellow on his boot right there. So, I mean, it's not as bad as Red Tornado's was, which was ridiculously horrible. I can live with his quality controls. It's just be careful of that. Now, and again, the other bad is the way he was packaged. His legs are like that, and I have a feeling it's going to be like that with a lot of the figures, but I could be wrong, and I'm kind of hoping I am. Okay, with that said, on to the good. Well, the sculpt is actually very nice. Sinestro isn't supposed to be an overly jacked guy. He's supposed to be a scrawny, kind of skinny, short dude. And to scale with the other DC Universe figures, he's about the same size as Robin, maybe a little bit taller. So the sculpt is very nice. The head mold is absolutely fantastic. And the skin tone that they did on it, they put a lot of effort into. So those are the good things. Now, again, I really wish I did get the other version because I think I would have liked the other version better, and I would have gave a better review with the other version of this figure. But my final analysis is he's not a horrible figure. By no means is he the bad of the DC Universe Classic line. He's definitely the weakest of the Wave 3 figures. I think all the other Wave 3 figures definitely stand out a lot better than he does. However, he does have a few saving points, so I would say pick him up if you see him. If you see other figures ahead of him from the Wave 3, pick those up first. But if you see him alone, pick him up. You're going to need him for Solomon Grundy. And he's not really, really rare, so pick him up just in case he does become hard to find. But he is a good figure. He does have his bad points, but I think he has his saving points too. Hopefully you will get the better of the two versions, the yellow suit version, the Sinestro Corp version. With that said, I'm going to end the review here. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.